Alaskans, wherever you are, welcome to the Must Read Alaska Show. Coming to you from somewhere in Alaska. This is the place where we talk about, you guessed it, Alaska. Where we keep the mainstream media on their toes and where we are standing up for what's right in a world run by leftists. You can find out more by heading over to mustreadalaska.com and also checking out the Must Read Alaska YouTube channel for some really great content. But first, let's get this party started.
Welcome, everybody, to the Must Read Alaska Show. I'm your host, John Quick, coming to you live from somewhere in Alaska. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal so far. Today, we have a doubleheader. The first guest we have on is pretty phenomenal. I want to encourage you to go back and listen to today's previous episode. I won't spoil it for you other than to say that the guest was phenomenal, and he's an author, and we're doing a book giveaway. So go listen to the show and find out how you can get yourself a copy of his of his book. I'm going to send somebody a copy. So for folks who listen, watch, and read Must Read Alaska, and you want to help keep the lights on, just go to mustreadalaska.com. On the right-hand side, there's a little donate button. Every $5, $10, $100 helps keep the lights on here at Must Read Alaska. If you want to sponsor the Must Read Alaska show, the #1 podcast in Alaska, just email me, John, John, at mustreadalaska.com. We'd love to have you sponsor the show. We are doing something very special today, candidate highlight. So about a couple weeks ago, I sent out a video that said, hey, are you a candidate out there in Alaska? Do you want to be on the show? Doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, nonpartisan, everything in between. Come on the show. We'll give you 10, 15 minutes to talk about what you care about. And today is one of those features. We have our guest today, former Representative Sharon Jackson, on the show. Welcome to the show, Sharon Jackson.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here with you and all of your listeners.
Well, I'm excited you're on the show today. We're doing kind of a candidate highlight today. So we'll stick to the same questions that we're going to ask everybody to give kind of everybody the equal shot, fair opportunity. So the first question to you is this: why are you running for office?
I am running for office, John, because like you and many of us, Alaska, I'm concerned and worried about the future of Alaska. Our state is facing many challenges right now, from democracy to education to physical well-being. The very fabric of our society is being undermined by the trampling of our rights, ranked choice voting, reckless government spending, and inflation crippling our family's budget. I'm running because I believe it is time to have a leader, someone who has the courage to stand up for our Constitution and Alaskan values. We need a new senator that has the determination and backbone to stand up to this woke agenda, common sense state budgeting, and again, helping our families. They are struggling. They're struggling with the inflation thanks to Biden. Some call it Bidenomics, but yes, anyone that knows me, John, as a veteran in the Army, I'm a very strong advocate for small and independent business. And yes, state chairwoman for U.S. term limits. I am never at a loss for a willingness to tackle tough problems.
Well, that's awesome. So let's say you were elected. What would some of your top priorities be if elected?
Some of my top priorities, again, we have a lot of issues to work on, and I can't give a Pollyanna answer to that question. But number one, our Senate, we need at least a functional minority in our Senate so that we can get some work done. We have some strong conservative senators that are in a corner. I would like to see a reorganization And if there's anything I can do to encourage that, I will. But without a functioning minority, there's not much we can get done for you, the people, right? I don't want to give general ideas. I would like to see us stimulate our economy by empowering our communities, the business in our community. You know, I was thinking we can incentivize them by giving them tax breaks to hire someone that has an ability to work and right now on welfare, right? I would like to see a small business be able to take someone on, train them for 6 months. At the end of the year, yeah, let's give them a congratulations, move on with your life check and get them off the government. You know, we have to inspire our people. The health of our people is very important to me. So to abbreviate a major mission I'm working on is regenerative functional medicine. I am on this national board helping veterans with chronic pain, PTSD. I've witnessed 3 that were confined to wheelchairs now up living a productive life. One did a triathlon. Right. So with me seeing this and knowing there's a modality to heal, but FDA don't want to approve it because we want to empower big pharma to manage trauma. Well, there's one state in our country that passed legislation, and hopefully we will be the second. Let's be that beacon of light and empower the rest of the country to be healthy, to live a healthy life, right? Once we're healthy, we can understand what's going on. When we don't feel well, we can't do well. And as you know, I'm a perfect example. I'm a survivor of a stroke. My life defies science. So with the treatments that I've received as a veteran, I know without a doubt, we can help our Alaskans live a productive life.
That's awesome. So remind folks what Senate seat you're running for, what kind of cities that entails or towns. And then the second part of that question is what separates you from your other opponents in the race?
I am running for District L, which is Chugiak-Eagle River, Peters Creek, all the surrounding areas. What sets me apart is I want to say experience, but not just generally speaking. I have a certificate here for conservative excellence. I have 100% voting record. And when I was representing our people and our Alaska conservative values, I didn't know who was watching me, right? But people are watching. Another certificate of appreciation I'm showing you because we can say one thing and do another. I have physical evidence that I faithfully stood with Governor Dunleavy to reduce crime, curb spending, right size our state government, protect our PFD and permanent fund. And I was commended for faithfully protecting the life, liberty, and property of my constituents against an ever encroaching government. You can find me at Jackson for Alaska, Jackson, FOR, Alaska.com. And I welcome you because I can't do this alone. This is not about me. It's about Alaskans. And I have dedicated my campaign to God because what we're dealing with right now, we can't fix it without him. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. Any last minute closing thoughts here before we head off? The floor is yours. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. I would close with government growth is dangerous. It limits our freedom with heavy burden taxes. And I think I'm the only one that signed a pledge of no taxes. We can find a way to raise money by helping our local businesses, by building our medical tourism destination for regenerative medicine. We are full of resources here in Alaska, and the best resource we have are our people. I look forward to speaking with anyone that is willing to join this movement in empowering our wonderful state of Alaska.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, former Representative Sharon Jackson. We'll put all the links to her campaign in the podcast description for folks interested in getting in touch with her. Check her out on Facebook as well. I want to thank everybody that listens, watches, and reads Must Read Alaska. If you want to help keep the lights on, just go to mustreadalaska.com. On the right-hand side, there's a little donate button. Every $5, $10, $100 helps keep the lights on here at Must Read Alaska. If you want to sponsor the Must Read Alaska show, the #1 podcast in Alaska, just email me, John, John, at mustreadalaska.com. We'd love to have you sponsor the show. We hope everybody has a phenomenal rest of their week. And until next time, I'm John Quick from somewhere in Alaska. Thank you so much for joining us today.